What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Friday, the 30th day of August in the year 2024. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Guyana has lost one of its most treasured and respected sons. The family of Sir Shridath's son Ramphal announced his passing today at the age of 95. He was surrounded by his children at the time of his passing. Sir Shridath was born in New Amsterdam and became a towering figure in international diplomacy and the cherished elder statesman of the Commonwealth, the Caribbean, and of course of Guyana. His distinguished career spanned numerous pivotal roles, from Assistant Attorney General of the West Indies Federation and the Minister of Justice and Foreign Affairs of Guyana to Secretary General of the Commonwealth. He also held concurrent positions as Chancellor of the University of Guyana, the University of the West Indies, and Warwick University. In a statement, Sir Shridath's family said he was the only person to have served on all the global commissions that produced landmark reports on the environment, development, and disarmament between 1980 and 1995. He also served in various capacities, including President of the World Conservation Union, Special Advisor to the UN Conference on Environment and Development, and Chief Negotiator for the Caribbean on External Economic Relations. He was also mediator and facilitator in elections and constitutional crisis. As the longest-serving Commonwealth Secretary General from 1975 to 1990, Sir Shridath was instrumental in the fight against institutional racism in South Africa, playing a key role in the termination of apartheid in South Africa. In his later years, Sir Shridath continued to serve with distinction. He was the first lawyer to appear virtually before the International Court of Justice, as he represented Guyana in the ongoing border dispute case. That case is currently before the International Court. He was also a key figure in that case and advised various governments of Guyana over the years on the border matter. He has been honored over the years with a number of national and international awards, from Guyana's Order of Excellence and CARICOM's Order of the Caribbean Community to the Order of Merit of Jamaica and the Order of the Companions of Oliver Tambo from South Africa. The governments of Guyana and the opposition have both extended condolences to the family of Sir Shridath Ramphal. Former President David Granger has also extended his condolences to the family of Sir Shridath. More news coming up in just a moment.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Are you ready to elevate your career with a world-class education from the comfort of your home? The University of Excellence Management in Business, UEMB, Guyana's premier accredited and recognized tertiary institution, invites you to join one or more of our comprehensive 145-degree programs. Registration is now open for our next intake on September 9 and every 2 months thereafter. Enroll now and secure a 50% scholarship. Choose from an ABA, BBA, MBA, MPM, EMBA, EMPM, and LLM degrees, available in 14 specializations. Whether you hold an undergraduate degree, a diploma, or relevant professional qualifications, apply. We are an accredited degree-granting tertiary institution in Guyana. Our programs are also equivalent to a USA Regional Accredited degree. Submit your completed application form, proof of entrance qualification, and any form of ID. For more details, visit our administrative office in the Critchlow Labour College, front building, Wolford Avenue, or call 225-1395, 225-1397-9, 618-3434, and 681-3434. Progressing to a degree is as easy as ABC with UEMB. Deal with the best and forget the rest.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Yes.
Start packing this, yeah?
I ain't start packing yet. Usually I pack a couple hours before and I go. Drive. I got my phone, I got my keys, my charger, my
Procrastinating planning for the future? Well, that's never a good idea. Let Demerara Mutual and Demerara Fire and General help you get started with planning for your future today. I'm with Dem.
Hey doc, I have a problem I need help with.
Sure, I'm here to help. What are you having problems with today?
I'm addicted to online shopping.
Really? How so?
Yeah, I just bought you a wig.
And I do love it. Thank you. But how is this all possible?
Well, there's this local website, Fizura.com. They have a bunch of cool things like clothing, makeup, cool gadgets, and electronics. And the most addictive part is delivery is really fast because it's all local.
Really? Let me see that.
Here, and check out the...
Nice.
Ma'am, please don't get carried away.
Ooh, I can get used to this. Let me order something for my boo.
And that's why I'm a good fit for the job.
Thanks. And just one more.
The new $15.1 billion Schoonord to Crane 4-lane highway on the west bank of the Demerara was commissioned last evening, providing an improved connection for thousands of commuters on the west bank and west coast of the Demerara. At the commissioning, President Irfan Ali revealed that the project's second phase will soon be launched, extending connectivity from Crane to Parika and opening thousands of acres of new lands within the region.
This highway is the first phase of the highway that will go to Parika and the highway that will go to Del Conte, that will open up thousands upon thousands of acres of land for housing, for agriculture, and then we have already started work on the Sands Hill alignment, and the Sand Hill alignment will come out at Falmouth, right opposite Bartica.
The new highway is expected to also see infrastructural and manufacturing developments in Region 3.
This is about the realization of a grand vision. That vision that seeks to transform every single region of our country. And this region here in Region 3, this highway will be linked to Wales. And not so long ago, 4 years ago, you will recall that the very community that is linked to this highway was one of the most depressed communities in Guyana.
It was also noted that the ultimate goal of the project is to connect Regions 3, 4, and 10 by roads, and this will eventually lead into Bartica. The Schoonord to Crane 4-lane highway boasts of 4.1 kilometers of a dual carriageway reinforced concrete road with an emergency lane as well as 2.4 kilometers of road rehabilitation and upgrades. It also features 2 roundabouts, 11 reinforced concrete box culverts, 36 pre-stressed bridges, and road signage and markings. The opposition People's National Congress reform today called on the government to come clean about short-term plans for the multi-billion-dollar gas-to-energy power plant, which is currently under construction at Wales on the west bank of the Marara. There were concerns from the opposition and civil society a few months ago about soil deficiencies at the construction site of the project. At a press conference this morning, the chairman of the People's National Congress Reform, Sherwin Holder, questioned whether the area is suitable for industrial development, especially as it regards manufacturing plants with heavy-duty equipment. A 2017 study had identified Clonbrook on the east coast of the Marara as the best location for the gas-to-shore project, but the government chose Wales instead. In addition to the feasibility concerns, the PNC reform is contending that it will cost Guyanese way more money to land the pipeline at Wales than at Clonbrook.
This, ironically, comes on the back of the PUP saying that an assessment of the soil for all available sites was done, and that Wales was a good choice. The PUP even stressed that the site was also advantageous because there is land there available for an industrial park. It now appears that to develop such a park, that land will need some degree of costly soil remediation.
And recently, the US-based company executing the project announced that it is currently in the process of remedying soil deficiencies. The company said updates from the gas energy project soil remediation is in progress for Guyana's 300 megawatt combined cycle power plant. The People's National Congress reform is of the view that the government is not coming clean about the possible non-suitability of the area for the power plant at Wales.
One thing to note, however, is that the pipeline, because the Wales site was not ideal, the pipelines will have to be longer than they would otherwise have been, and therefore they're much more costly. Some estimates put it at between 100 or 120 million US more expense because of the Wales site. Obviously, if a pipeline is longer, it is likely to take a longer time to construct. So that's one of the reasons that the pipeline isn't already finished, or at least could be one of the reasons that you could say that the pipeline isn't already finished. So essentially, moving this project from what the feasibility study indicated as the best site to the Wales site has come with a series of complications, additional costs, and now risks.
The opposition party also said the government must provide Guyanese with a truthful, realistic timeline for the project and must also provide regular updates about the cost and other issues related to the project.
Exciting news! The capping stack has arrived in Guyana. In the unlikely event of an oil spill, this vital equipment is placed over a blown-out well to stop or redirect the flow of hydrocarbons, ensuring a rapid and effective response. With the capping stack now in hand, Guyana stands out as one of just 2 oil-producing nations in the region with such a crucial safety measure readily available. This marks another significant step towards ensuring that Guyana produces oil and gas safely and sustainably.
Are you looking for the best high school education at affordable fees? Then register your child today at the VYC Academy. Now enrolling grades 7, 8, 9, and 10 students for the 2024-2025 academic year. VYC Academy, achieving academic excellence. For more information, call us on 227-1013 or WhatsApp us at 649-1300.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Monster! Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors, that my crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Buster, bust the flavors. Buster, bust the flavors.
President Irfan Ali has announced that travelers will no longer have to pay to use the Demerara River Bridge when the new 4-lane high-span bridge is completed and open to the public. Commuters will enjoy toll-free travel across the new Berbice Bridge and the new Wismar-Mackenzie Bridge also, when those bridges are completed. The president made the announcement at the opening of the new Schoonord to Crane Highway last evening.
On the completion of the Demerara River Bridge, the new Demerara River Bridge, the crossing at the bridge will be free of cost. For those who are arguing about mathematics, you don't need any formula here. Let me repeat it for you. You don't need a formula. The mathematical model is pure and simple. On the completion of the Demerara River Bridge, the toll for crossing will be free of cost.
President Ali explained that the free crossing move is to reduce the burden on citizens and the private sector, especially farmers, and to improve competitiveness. As it relates to Berbice, President Ali said the government is currently negotiating for a possible acquisition of the current Berbice River Bridge, and once that takeover occurs, that crossing will also be made free.
We are bridging the hearts and minds of every Guyanese. We are bridging every community, and we are doing it free of cost because we are doing it out of the abundance of love. No mathematical formula.
The $260 million Demerara Bridge is scheduled for completion in the first quarter of next year. Work has not yet started as yet on the new Wismar-Mackenzie Bridge. With regards to a new Berbice Bridge, it was just 1 week ago that the president made known his intentions to have a new bridge across the Berbice River. The opposition Alliance for Change has noted that while it is not against development, the government ought to come clean on studies conducted and plans for a new Berbice River Bridge. The current bridge across the Berbice River was constructed 16 years ago. Well, the Ministry of Home Affairs has clarified that the 3 U.S. fugitives who recently were sent back to the U.S. to face charges were returned to their home country voluntarily and not extradited. In a statement this morning, the Ministry of Home Affairs explained that extradition involves a formal request from the government of one country to the government of Guyana. It said there were no extradition requests from the U.S. for any of the 3 individuals recently sent back to the U.S. According to the ministry, the fugitives were arrested by the Guyana police force and voluntarily chose to return to the U.S. rather than face deportation from Guyana to address their charges. In May, suspected drug trafficker Patrick Waldron was arrested outside an East Coast Demerara bar, and he was immediately handed over to the U.S. authorities to face drug trafficking charges in the U.S. 2 months later, in July, another U.S. citizen, 33-year-old Rakim Antonio Gilges, was arrested and also handed over to the U.S. authorities in Guyana. He was wanted for murder in the U.S. and had reportedly traveled to Guyana in early July. He was sent packing to the U.S. In early August, a third U.S. citizen was arrested in Guyana and sent back home to face a vehicular manslaughter charge. The man, Ravindra Dharamjit, had been hiding out in Guyana since 2019. He was reportedly behind the wheels of a speeding car that was involved in a fatal accident in New York. In Guyana, Dharamjit got involved in various businesses and even became a professional race car driver, taking part in various race meets at the South Dakota circuit. He was returned to the U.S. within 24 hours of his arrest at the horse race meet in Berbice. Turning now to the oil and gas sector, plans are moving apace for next year's Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo. And today the organizers announced that the ExxonMobil Guyana company has returned as the title sponsor of the event. The Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo runs from the 18th to the 21st of February at the Marriott Hotel. The event, which will be in its fourth year, is expected to attract more than 5,000 delegates, and more than 70 speakers will look at issues and information related to the oil sector in Guyana during the 4 days of the conference. In a statement today, the president of ExxonMobil Guyana, Alistair Rutledge, said ExxonMobil is committed to Guyana for the long term and is focused on delivering maximum value to the government and people of Guyana. He said the annual Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo provides a valuable global spotlight on the rapid development taking place in the country, as well as a constructive forum for foreign investors looking to help drive the country's continued transformation. The chairman of the Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo, Anthony White, said the partnership with ExxonMobil Guyana represents a major milestone for the conference, adding that the company has been a strategic partner for the event since its inception. And the CEO of the Energy Conference, Kiana Wilberg, noted that Exxon has been a crucial partner in helping Guyana to unlock world-class resources at industry-leading timelines. She said the Guyana Energy Conference will continue to support discussions on how those resources can be a springboard for sustainability and prosperity for generations to come.
NYC, New York City. Get ready as the original Big People Party with the same vibes you've seen and loved comes to you this Labor Day weekend on Saturday, August 31st with some of the biggest one-man bands out of Guyana and New York. Look out for Super A, Murphy, Busta, and Super Terry. Big People Party! Along with the legendary Glenn Washington.
Baby, don't take my kindness for weakness. If loving you is wrong, I don't wanna be right.
Glenn Washington and his band at Industry City, New York City. Get your super early bird general tickets at $40 and VIP access $150 all inclusive, and all are available at hjexperience.com. This event is brought to you by Hits and Jams Entertainment, Marvelous Entertainment, and GD Events. It's the original Big People Party at Industry City, New York City on Saturday, August 31st, the big and proper edition.
Are you looking for the best high school education at affordable fees? Then register your child today at the VYC Academy. Now enrolling grades 7, 8, 9, and 10 students for the 2024-2025 academic year. VYC Academy, achieving academic excellence. For more information, call us on 227-1013 or WhatsApp us at 649-1300.
Win one of 10 great prizes in the Mobile Dip and Win promotion. Win a motorcycle, TVs, shopping sprees, or free mobile lubricant. Just buy any mobile lubricant, collect your entry form, complete it, and drop it into boxes provided at leading stores. Yes, buy any mobile lubricant and have a chance to win great prizes. Promotion ends October 2, 2024. Mobile lubricant, proven performance for your engine.
What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, another important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guy Oil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Across the region tonight, Loop News reports that island hopping in the Caribbean has been made a little easier as Liat 20 takes another step in expanding its operations. The regional carrier has added 3 new destinations to its growing network, further enhancing connectivity across the Eastern Caribbean. With effect from today, the airline has commenced services to Dominica, St. Kitts, and Grenada. The inaugural flight to Dominica took place earlier today, symbolizing the launch of the new routes. The expansion comes just weeks after Liat 20's initial launch on the 6th of August, when it began operations with flights connecting Antigua, St. Lucia, and Barbados. The launch of the new routes is expected to have a positive impact on regional travel, tourism, and business connections throughout the islands. European Union foreign ministers have agreed that they will not recognize the democratic legitimacy of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro following the country's disputed election. That's according to the EU foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell. Borrell said the ministers made a decision after Venezuela's national electoral body repeatedly failed to heed calls to provide credible data to support Maduro's claim of victory in last month's election. Venezuela's Electoral Council proclaimed Maduro, in power since 2013, the winner of the July 28 election, but has not published complete voting tallies. The opposition has published tallies showing a landslide win for its candidate, Edmundo Gonzalez. Gonzalez took part in the EU ministers' meeting via video link. Borrell acknowledged yesterday's decision would not have any immediate practical consequences, as the EU has not imposed any sanctions over the elections in Venezuela. And finally tonight, international news. In Japan, almost 40,000 people died alone in their homes in Japan during the first half of this year, a report by the country's police shows. Of that number, nearly 4,000 people were discovered more than a month after they died, and 130 bodies were unmissed for a year before they were found, according to the National Police Agency in Japan. Japan currently has the world's oldest population, according to the United Nations. The agency hopes its report will shed light on the country's growing issue of vast numbers of its aging population who live and die alone. Taken from the first half of this year, the National Police Agency data shows that a total of 37,227 people living alone were found dead at home, with those aged 65 and over accounting for more than 70%. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to have a safe and enjoyable weekend.